Hello everyone and welcome back MMA News Channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sean O'Malley faces dismissal as Michael Bisping names UFC star Merab Dvalishvili ought to battle straight away. Merab Dvalishvili satisfied his commitment, exhibiting his Georgian wrestling ability by destroying a rival from a group prestigious for building an enduring heritage. We are obviously discussing his heritage, characterizing win over Umar Nurmagomedov, who had strikingly asserted that the machine was dodging him. In the wake of getting his most memorable title safeguard triumph, Dvalishvili playfully announced he would require only 7 days to mend prior to bouncing once more into the octagon. The central issue currently is, who will the 135 pounds boss face straight away? Fortunately, fans won't have to hypothesize aimlessly, as previous UFC winner and examiner Michael Bisping has proactively proposed a captivating arrangement. Michael Bisping offers his opinion on Merab Dvalishvili's next rival. Michael Bisping said something regarding who Merab Dvalishvili ought to look straight away. Strangely, he excused the possibility of a rematch with previous bantamweight champion Sean O'Malley. Sharing his considerations on his YouTube channel, Bisping said, Merab versus Ilya. That would be Merab going up, and definitely, perhaps. When it's all said and done, he has had one guard. I figure he ought to battle Sean O'Malley and Corey Sandhagen once more. Corey Sandhagen ought to be the following battle, as I would like to think. He has proactively beaten Sean O'Malley. However, I comprehend there may be many individuals that need to see O'Malley back in there. So, MMA News gathering Conor McGregor embarrassed by Group Khabib. John Jones versus Tom Aspinall gets UFC Legends decision. Awful news for Alexander Pantoja and more. Sean O'Malley, the momentum #1 bantamweight competitor, lost his crown to Dvalishvili at UFC 306. Normally, it positions him as a superb possibility for a rematch. During the post-battle public interview for UFC 311, Dvalishvili recognized the chance of confronting O'Malley once more, expressing, I think likewise Sean O'Malley, he was griping about something and he gets an opportunity. We realize he can take individuals out. In the event that he arrives on you, he has an opportunity of a lifetime. I see him as a test as well. Be that as it may, as Bisping brought up, other expected challengers in the blend could have their chance before O'Malley. Anyway, the central issue remains. Who will get the principal break at Dvalishvili? As the prevailing lord of the bantamweight division, Merab Dvalishvili has no deficiency of choices for his next battle. Among the potential competitors are 125 pounds godlord Alexander Pantoja, Corey Sandhagen, and Umar Nurmagomedov, each introducing remarkable difficulties. The Brazilian, who has previously had a special interest by making the first claim on the champ of Dvalishvili versus Nurmagomedov, guarantees a charging standoff. A matchup among Dvalishvili and Pantoja would be a hooking-weighty conflict worth the pause. Be that as it may, Aussie phenom Robert Whittaker accepts Pantoja would be taking on way too much on the off chance that he moved to the bantamweight division, particularly with Dvalishvili ruling. I love Pantoja, yet Merab murders him. Whittaker said during an MMA Arcade interview. Corey Sandhagen likewise enters the discussion as a force to be reckoned with. In a conversation with MMA on SiriusXM, Sandhagen examined how Dvalishvili outlived Nurmagomedov in their tiresome 5-round fight, recommending the Dagestani's initial effort made ready for the Georgian's triumph. Sure about his own range of abilities, Sandhagen accepts he represents the best danger to Dvalishvili in the division. Not to be clickbaity, but rather I truly do feel that I have the style to beat Merab, Sandhagen said. You can get out anything you desire about my style. However, I in all actuality do accept that I have the absolute best footwork in the game, and I can make space better compared to anybody. Concerning Umar Nurmagomedov, he is without a doubt anxious to vindicate his very first UFC misfortune. While a rematch with Dvalishvili is a tempting possibility, a quick rematch appears to be impossible at this stage. All in all, who should the machine face straight away? With a stacked field of competitors, the choice is nowhere near simple. Share your contemplations in the remarks beneath. Michael Chandler brands Paddy Pimblett, fun day at the workplace, as he looks at likely adversary to previous enemies. While Michael Chandler is as yet confident that he could be the one to invite Conor McGregor back to the UFC, maybe he's continuing on from that famous payday. Only a couple of months subsequent to dropping a consistent choice to Charles Oliveira at UFC 309, the famous American lightweight is starting to plot his best course of action. All in all, who does press Michael Chandler need to battle in his next UFC session, and when is he anticipating making his revisitation of the octagon? Michael Chandler on potential lightweight battle versus Paddy Pimblett. Talking with Sean O'Malley's lead trainer Tim Welch, Michael Chandler would uncover that there are two names on his weight list: Armenian grappler Arman Tsarukyan and English genius Paddy the Badda Pimblett. I most certainly believe that it's conceivable right now, expressed Chandler on the chance of tossing down with the baddie, prodding that he not just likes the matchup from a limited-time outlook, yet elaborately as well. Paddy is most certainly a chance. It's a major battle. It's a tomfoolery battle, and it's a battle that I like elaborately. Not to remove anything from him, but rather when you've battled Poirier, you've battled Gaethje, you've battled Oliveira, you've battled Dan Prostitute. Battling Paddy Pimblett seems like a pleasant day at the workplace, contrasted with a portion of those other names. Also, I like him. I do. Paddy has an extraordinary brand. I like the manner in which he holds himself. He gets a little fat in the slow time of year. That is about the main thing I would change about him. Yet I figure it would be tomfoolery, and I'd very much want to clash with him. Pimblett has as of late prodded a battle with Chandler as well, sharing on his YouTube divert back in December that he's coming for that belt. So I'm searching for higher position warriors. I've said definitely. The rival said better believe it. Simply have to get stuff marked. So yous know the score, everybody, he expressed, adding, and I'll see you at the top. That being Chandler's renowned expression. Michael Chandler offers return course of events in the midst of recovery from injury. Later in the meeting with Welch, Chandler uncovered that he'd experienced a few wounds during his misfortune to Charles Oliveira, and that he ought to be prepared to return at some point around June 2025. Returning, I was a little beat up after my last battle. I could do without the discuss in the battle, since it seems as though I'm rationalizing, yet I did something to my knee in the main round, and from that point onward, I just couldn't get my balance. I wound up falling over like multiple times in that battle, disjoined my thumb since I fell funny, and it was only a bizarre, peculiar battle. So I have a couple little wounds going on that I'm rehabbing through.